Whoa! Tripod fail. Oh, come on now. I'll leave that in. Just screw it. This is Asshat Podcast here on YouTube. I'm your host, Newt. What's going on, everybody? What we got here is issue 9 of Charlton Comics Group's The $6 Million Man. All new, The $6 Million Man. Look at that cover. There's old Steve Austin. Uh-oh. There's some other... Look, they got Bionics, too. For y'all that don't know, The $6 Million Man was a 70s through... might have lasted into the early 80s. I watched it as a kid. TV show. He was a test pilot, crashed. They rebuilt him. He had like bionic arms, bionic legs, bionic eye. I think his ear. It was kind of... I watched it as a kid because it was a superhero show. You know, as a kid, all we really had was the Incredible Hulk show. Reruns of Wonder Woman, that old boring-ass, Superman show where he just fought crooks and stuff. And reruns of the Adam West Batman. So $6 Million Man, yeah, man, Hulk and $6 Million Man. I wanted, in my mind, I didn't understand they couldn't. I was like, man, Hulk fought the $6 Million Man. And then add in the wrestling connection because, $6 Million Man fought Bigfoot and it was Andre the Giant. I've always wanted one of these comics, just never picked any up because every time I see them, they're in a lot better shape than this. Oh man, that's a Charlton's in good shape. That's $20. Because Charlton Comics, they own their own printing press. They were printing the cheap. They're beat up. I mean, Charlton Comics were very low rent comics, production wise, paper and all that. Like, I'll show you a perfect example of another Charlton from around that time. This is their fighting army. And look, the cover. Sometimes the pages aren't even cut right. Now this one's got a ripped cover. So I got this in a big lot of comics. Let's look through it here. 35 cents, UK 12p. Now, for my UK watchers, is that pence? I don't know. I have been to England, the UK, England. But I was only there for a layover, so I don't know, I didn't buy. I remember I bought a pack of cigarettes in the airport. Let's look through this. So this is June of 78, so I would have been... Okay, so it means it probably came out about April. So I was not 4 yet. Art by Jaime Boyette. Script by Joe Hill. Okay, I've heard of Joe Hill. Look at good art on the woman there. It looks like Steve Austin. That's another thing. Y'all don't know this. Stone Cold Steve Austin, that's not his real name. His real name is Steve Williams. When he got into wrestling, you can't be Steve Williams. There's already a Steve Williams. Dr. F. Steve Williams, that's Steve Williams. That's his real name. So he's like, well, hell, I'll be Steve Austin. And by the time Steve Austin became popular and, become Stone Cold, most of the people watching, they didn't even remember this show. And I'm like, oh, God. That's why they call him the Bionic Redneck. And the thing about $6 Million Man is I have one season on DVD. And it really well. This is one of those, back in the day, Sci-Fi Channel, every day of the week was like a different, they called it Sci-Fi Landing. Like, this day was this. And, like, they showed Hulk episodes. This day was this, And watching, like, man, this holds up fairly well. And there was another show. It's been called The Bionic Woman with Lindsay Wagner. And the odd thing is I've seen more issues of the Bionic Woman comic than this because a few years ago at a convention I went to, the big media guest was Lindsay Wagner. And people were lined up to get her sign that comic. She was like, $75 to sign a comic. Wouldn't even really talk to you. If you want a picture with her, she wouldn't even come around behind her. You had to go behind the table. She'd just sit there and stare with a blank look on her face. Which I'm like, man, really? Whereas Patricia Tallman, Night Living Dead remake, 90s, she plays Barbara in it, and she was on Babylon 5 and all that, done a lot of stunt work and stuff. She was amazing. Got to talk to her multiple times, really sweet lady, amazing. Was you can tell she was just there to make money. Patricia Tallman was there to have fun and meet the fans. Look at that 70s hair. Oh, she's bionic too. I don't know who she is, though. Is that the Bionic brunette? Look, he's Bionic too. He's been in the arm thing. And I had a Bonnet Man toy. I like the panel right there with the foot of the kick. Yes, this is really cool. That's one I have not read this yet. I am so far behind on my comic reading. This is, and I don't know how many. Oh, $6 Million Man, the magazine. Yes, $1.25. Man, that was a lot back then. The 78. Okay, 78. My allowance was $1 a week, if I'm remembering right. Yeah, because I could get because I didn't understand tax. The price on the stickers what you paid. And my mom would just pay the tax for me, and I could get like one action figure a week, like a Star Wars. I couldn't get a Mego. Mego was expensive. Megos were like $3. Hell, I can remember when Master of the Universe came out, I wanted one in bad. Like, man, that's $5. About 80. That's 80. What, 83? I was probably getting like $2 a week. The Magic Power Witch. That's the other thing about Charlton. They always had the oddest ads. This Magic Power Witchcraft ad I love. Bait, a little short story. If you ever notice, older comics always had like a 1 or 2 page text story in them. That's because back then to get a special postage rate, they had to do that. That's how Stan Lee got his start in comics. He wrote one in a Captain America issue back in the day. The official Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew fan club. Look at Parker Stevens. I don't know who he is. I'm going to go back a little bit. I want to see something. Just really cool. Look. Oh, they had Steve Austin fighting a woman. And he throws her into the other guy. These are really cool. This got some really good art on it. I wouldn't mind having worried. And I'm really kind of shocked that with nostalgia so high for stuff like this. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, Dynamite did a $6 Million Man series based on a script that Cliff wrote for a movie that just never came out, never got produced. That, whoever owns the rights hasn't gotten these and reprinted them because Charlton's gone. Charlton's 100% gone, and a lot of their stuff wasn't properly copywritten, so it's public domain. Now, this is a little late. 78, I think it would be a little late for that. And I'm going to check and see. Yeah, it's copywritten. But I'd love to see a collection. I don't even know how long this series ran. But when I saw this, I'm like, yes, I want that. Because the guy's like, what do you want? I'm like, oh, man, I want that. I was kind of like, and that one's because, man, like, I got this because I love this Vietnam cover. Tearing the Viet Cong tunnel, I love, and it's 78. This one too says, not long after the war had ended. But I'm gonna get out of here, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that, man. If you did, give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and for comments, what was the first licensed comic like this you read? Going back in my mind, I'm sure there was some before it, because I'm sure there was like some Gold Kier Whitman licensed one that I read. But in my mind, the first licensed comic, the weird thing is I don't consider the Disney stuff licensed comics. It would have to be like G.I. Joe. Because I remember I would watch G.I. Joe every month and Transformers for a long while. But I'm out. Talk to y'all later.